Hi guys, good morning everyone. Hello. Hello all. Am I audible? Is my voice reaching to everyone? Can I get the quick responses, please? Hi Diwakar. Hi Sai. Okay, all right. So the recording has been started. All right. So today we are going to see this one, what we can say it as, triggers. Okay, when we pick up schedule based trigger and tumbling windows based trigger and event based triggers, we are having different types of triggers. So we'll see tumbling windows based trigger. What is this? It's a one-to-one relationship trigger. One-to-one relationship trigger. We cannot allocate multiple pipelines to tumbling windows based trigger. Okay, so tumbling windows based trigger we cannot assign to multiple pipelines. Okay, we can allocate only to one pipeline at a time. Okay, we can only allocate to one pipeline at a time. Okay, hold on. Okay, one pipeline at a time for tumbling windows based trigger. There are certain properties in tumbling windows based trigger. Okay, we can use this tumbling Windows based trigger when we want to process huge volume of files or small volume of files. Okay, it depends upon. Okay, we want to process those sequentially, and based upon the requirement we are trying to process those. Then in this case we can use this tumbling Windows based trigger. So basically, firstly we can assign this to only one pipeline at a time, and we want to process the files which are in huge volume or in small volume, whatever it is, in a sequential manner, in a sequential way. Then we can use this tumbling windows based trigger. We can schedule this tumbling windows based trigger, okay, for a duration of minimum 5 minutes or more than that, but not less than that, not less than 5 minutes. Tumbling windows based trigger can depends on a maximum of 5 other triggers also. That is also possible. To get more information about tumbling windows based trigger, please refer the below Microsoft article. This is the article that for further information about this tumbling windows based trigger, I have given this one. For your reference, I have given the article here. Now, how to implement this tumbling windows based trigger? See, this is the same storage account creation, ADF creation, link service. Okay, then designing the pipeline, and then dragging and dropping any of the control in the pipeline canvas and all. Then here the steps will get changed. On a high level, I'm saying we are creating a storage account, we are creating an ADF, we are creating link service data set in ADF. Then we are designing the pipeline, and then in the manage icon inside the ADF, we are scheduling the tumbling windows based trigger. And once we schedule the trigger, then we are assigning the trigger to the pipeline. We are doing that in this step. And then on step 7, we can see, okay, the tumbling windows based trigger, how it has been scheduled and all that stuff. Okay, guys, is that clear? So I'll show you the practical. I'll show you the practical how we can implement the tumbling windows based trigger. Okay. So what is this, Anil? I'm regularly practicing everything, just facing problem in understanding parameters and options, which you take in source and sync. Kindly do explain that. It's a request. What are you finding? problem, just facing problem in understanding the parameters. So what problem it is? Parameters, we are assigning the parameters and we are setting up the expression values for the parameters so that dynamically it should read the files as per the expressions given in the parameters, so that instead of that files, any file if you pass, it will work out. That's the beauty of parameters. So we have used parameters in many of the demos, Pranil. So in which demo you are facing the parameters challenging? Are you doing the demos by understanding or you are just doing mechanically? Don't do mechanically, Pranil. Understand it. So in which demo? In which demo you are finding a difficulty? Yesterday's one. Okay. Yesterday's demo. Okay. Okay, fine. So in yesterday's demo, can you tell me what we have done exactly? Just in 2 lines. What we have done yesterday in the what we have done in yesterday's demos. Yesterday's demo was very big. Blob storage to SQLDB, SQLDB to ADL Gen 2. Yes, very good, very good. Okay, right, right. Ramakrishna, you are also correct. Pranil, you are also correct. Yeah, yes. So now here what we have done, we have used the parameters. Okay, we have used the parameters for our files. Okay, and then we have used the parameters in the second case for the tables also. Okay, why we are using that? Because later on in your real-time projects, okay, you should be capable enough to write the expressions so that whatever the number of tables are there or whatever the table names are there, if you are passing an expressions there in your parameters, okay, like expression builder, what we have taken, then you should not get confused. You should be capable enough to write the expression, and irrespective of the name, it doesn't matter. It should get load the data from SQLDB to ADL Gen2 storage account. At least I understand it is slightly confusing, no doubt. Even myself also, it is difficult for me to do the demo without seeing it. To be honest, I'm telling. Okay. So there are two things, guys, with this practice, which increase the maturity in you. Else, second thing, if you are in support project, then all these parameters, all this pipeline designing, all these controls, everything will be already designed by the development team. You are just maintaining it, you are managing it, and you are triggering and you are ensuring the data is getting loaded or not. Okay. So if you are in development team, you are going to design this one. And if you are designing, if you are understanding the expressions builder, whatever the parameters we are using, whatever the expressions we are writing. Okay, we have seen many things yesterday, right? We have replaced with .csv. We have taken the item name dot value. We have taken the file count. Okay, we have taken the outputs. Then we have taken the value and we have been assigned to the parameters. Many things we have done. Correct. So you would be capable enough to do this designing if you are in development team. If you are in support team, then all these things will be already done. You are just maintaining and managing it. Okay. And sometimes what happens, in some of the projects, we'll just, take the same pipeline. We'll just make the necessary changes. Okay. In the controls or whatever it is, little bit here and there, minor changes, and then we'll make the pipeline ready. So different team, different company has different approaches to work upon, guys. I see, again, I'm telling you one thing very clear. See, whatever the demos we are doing, sorry guys, my health is not that good these days. Okay, might be my voice is not that great. Fine. See guys, here I'm telling you, In this course now, in this course, we are just ensuring that we are getting ready for the interviews with some real-time scenarios. Okay. After you join a project, after you join a project, you will learn many other things inside the project. Okay, many other things you will learn inside a project. Okay, don't be in an impression that with this training you would be master blaster in this technology. No, even myself is learning now. Learning will be never end, guys. Learning never end. You will definitely learn. At least in 1 week you will learn something new. Definitely you have to use Google. The work is challenging, na guys. That's why we are getting paid lakhs of rupees salary. It's not something call center job type. Okay. So with this knowledge, what all we are doing here, what all these demos we are doing from first page to last page, all these demos are just we are we are getting ready for an interviews, ensuring that if any interviewer ask any questions on this now, so that they can understand, yes, we are having knowledge, yes, we are having hands-on experience, yes, we are having you know capability about, or we are having little command on this technology. We can take this guy, we can take this candidate, we can again train, or else after joining a project he'll again learn, he'll improve, and he'll work for that project. I'll tell you guys. Okay, after joining a project, after joining a project, okay, you will struggle for at least 3 to 4 months. Depends. 3 to 4 months depends, for sure. Then slowly you will get settled down. Understanding? Anyone will struggle, guys. If you are having 5 years of experience also, to understand the complete architecture of that project, to understand the complete uh, model, how it is working and all, what are the tools, what are the technologies, what are the concepts they are using, how they are, the way of working, their culture and all these things, the what I can say, many documents would be there, many things would be there. It will take some time for anyone to get settled down. Sometime it will take. If some people are too smart, maybe they can settle down in 1 to 2 months also, but it's very normal for everyone. Don't be in an impression that once you join a project then you will rock from the first day itself only. It's not a movie. Life is not like a movie. And they also knows this very well. Just they will act like that only, the your team lead, your company managers and all, they also know this point very well. And you should also say that, yes, I'm trying, give me some time and all. And one more thing here, in big MNC companies there won't be much pressure about the work. I'm telling you, won't there won't be huge pressure on you. Okay, because many people would be there. But if you are joining any small companies and all, in that case you could be feeling some heat. Okay, fine. So practice, guys, just practice, understand each and every step, why we are doing, what is the purpose of this step and all. Okay. Now coming to the number of years of experience, it depends upon you, Pranil, but I suggest don't go for more than 2 years of experience, 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years. Don't go more than this because unnecessarily your interview will become very tough. Okay. Just we need an entry in IT corridor. That's it. Once we get an entry in IT corridor, then automatically you will learn, you will grow. Now, if you take my case, I'm finding it difficult to show experience, my total experience, because if I'm putting my total experience 14 years now, I'm not getting calls from other companies. Like this situation will also come. Two things always troubles. Okay, when you grow old in IT industry, your experience will be very high. Then the other companies will consider the ideal experience is, 3 years to 8 years, 9 years. Actually, I am already working as a Power BI developer from last 3 years, then 2 years will be okay. Yeah, 2 years will be okay, fine. 2.5 years is fine. But see, Pranil, if you are putting an experience, whatever it is, 2.53, how much you are preparing, how much confident you are? Are you confident that you can take up the 3 years of experience interview in Azure Data Engineer? Are you that much confident? What are the controls we are using? Okay. What are the controls we are using? How we are designing the pipelines? Okay. What are the different concepts? Which control is used for what purpose? Okay. How to filter one particular category of files to copy? Many things are there. Okay. You are confident for 2 years. Okay. Good. Good. All right. All right. Fine, guys. So let me start the demo here for tumbling Windows based trigger. So what it is asking first, it is asking me to create a, sorry, yeah, it asks me to create a blob storage account, then container inside it, uploading some CSV files. Okay, same steps, guys. So Pranil, you have created already. Pranil, can I delete this one? Because it will not allow me to create the new resources. Okay, Pranil, please delete these resources once you are done with your demo. I'll take this RG. I'll take here 1910 source essay. Okay, rest of the things I'm leaving it to default. I'll go ahead and I'll deploy the storage account. Okay. Thank you, Pranil. Okay, I go to this blob service. I click on container. I say here source container. Will upload some CSV files. And next, it is asking for the ADF. Okay, create ADF, launch ADF Studios. Then okay, let the ADF gets created here. Managed, create a link service for blob storage because we have kept our files inside the blob storage account. Okay, so create a link service and data set inside the ADF for blob storage account. Okay, so blob. Okay, I'll say here create. Next data set. We have kept .csv files. That's why I'm taking the delimited text CSV only. I'll say ds underscore blob files or any name we can give. Okay, yeah, same it is. I'll take this link service what I have created. Okay, select this one. Okay, link service and data set we have created. Then create a pipeline, drag and drop the get metadata control. This demo is simple only, guys. Okay, some demos are very big, I understand, but you have to have the courage. No need to be panicked. Nothing will happen. If you are not getting it today, you will get it tomorrow. If you won't get tomorrow, you will get it day after tomorrow. Just keep trying and trying. Okay. And then in settings tab, we have to give this one. Okay. And then we have to pick up the child items. Publish all, then publish it. Go to manage now. Schedule the trigger. Let us finish for the publish here. Publish has been completed. Now go to manage. Click on this trigger. Click on these triggers. Click on plus new. Okay, and we can give the trigger name as my tumbling Windows based trigger. We're giving the name as a this one, my tumbling windows based trigger, and then type, click on the box and choose tumbling window. Say here, tumbling window, tumbling window. Start date, when you want to start this trigger. Okay, I want to start this trigger on 27th of September at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, fine. And I'll say that schedule it for every 9 hours. Okay, every 9 hours, 4:30 a.m. So you can make this as 0. These are seconds. Okay, 4:30 a.m. Okay, these are seconds. All these things you have to set here. Then say it start trigger on creation. Check this checkbox. Same thing I mentioned. See, click on the box and choose tumbling window. This we have done. Start date, date we are passing, time we are passing, recurrence every 5 hours or every 9 hours. Okay, depends upon your project. Check the checkbox for start trigger on creation, start trigger on creation, and finally click on OK. This is OK. Done. Trigger has been scheduled. After this is being done, what you have to do, second thing is that you have to assign this trigger. You have to assign this trigger to a pipeline. Okay. You have to assign this trigger to a pipeline. So for that, what you have to do, come to the pipeline, say here add trigger. Guys, see, if you are not doing this step, then your publish will get failed. Okay. So say here in step 6, come to pipeline. I come to the pipeline, add trigger, then say here new and edit. And then here you have to choose your trigger name, my doubling Windows based trigger. Okay. All the details that you have got. Okay. The trigger will get assigned. See, choose trigger. Here we have to select the tumbling window trigger that we have created. Okay. Then say okay, 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 okay. Yes, see what is saying. Make sure publish for trigger to be activated. After okay, yes, this is done. Okay, okay. 2 times we have clicked. Publish all, publish all, publish. That is what I have mentioned here. Publish all, publish. Now, if you come to monitor, monitor is this tab. If you come to monitor, this tab, okay, and here we see my tumbling Windows based trigger will be triggered for every 5 hours, 9 hours, whatever you have given as we set up. Here we can see what all the different triggers we have scheduled in trigger by name box. Here if you see, okay, we'll get the trigger here. Trigger by name box. In pipeline, here it will show to us. So have we done the publish? Publish is done, right? Okay, right. We have scheduled this for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we have scheduled it at 4:30 a.m. in the morning. So when you come here to monitor, then here you will see the trigger will be there, which is being run also. Okay, this is how we can schedule the trigger, guys. Okay, see, this is the trigger for us. Here you will see after 4:30 a.m. tomorrow, and here the trigger we have scheduled. Getting? Is that clear? Here we will see tomorrow 4:30 a.m. and here we are seeing the trigger has been scheduled and it is showing one. One means what? It is been assigned to one pipeline. That is what one it is showing here. So this is how we can design the tumbling windows based trigger. Tumbling windows based trigger. Okay, is that clear, guys? This trigger will run your pipeline, Ramakrishna. Trigger means what? Trigger. What is the meaning of trigger? Trigger. The word trigger means is what? To start something, to fire something. Okay, fine. And Pranil asked me some question. Pranil, we are not using this child item first time. Okay, so we have done this in the previous demo also, Pranil. Okay, so please check that in the previous recordings, you will get to know. It's basically we are picking up the files. We are picking up the files to let know what are the files available in our source. For that, we are using this get metadata control. And in this get metadata control, okay, this one is one of the features we are having field list. In that, we are choosing child item. Child item means the number of files that we have kept inside the source storage account. What is the action of the trigger? The action of this trigger is to run the pipeline as per the defined schedule. Okay. Next, we are having same storage or event based trigger. Like tumbling windows based trigger, we're having next as storage or event based trigger. Okay. What is this one? See, sometimes we don't know when the file will be landed into a storage account. Okay. Like, we are having a storage account and the source files are coming to the storage accounts. Okay. In the storage accounts, the source files we are receiving. Right. And sometimes the pattern of client is something like, they will upload the files maybe once in a week or daily or 5 times in a day, or sometimes depends upon the production unit. They will put a once in 2 weeks also, depends whatever it is. So now what I'm saying here, sometimes we don't know when the files will be landed into our storage account, maybe every 2 p.m. as per UTC time zone. And the customer is also putting the file in blob storage account. And at the same time, we are running our pipelines, or we are not sure at what time the customer is going to put the file in blob storage account. Then using the event-based trigger, okay, we can pick the file and process them through the pipeline and load it into the target. Hence, for this scenario, we create this event-based trigger. Okay. So we are saying that, whenever the file is kept in the source storage account, then it should get triggered. The pipeline should get run automatically. The pipeline should get run automatically because the source files may be landing to our storage account, maybe someday 2 o'clock, someday 5 o'clock, someday 3 o'clock, someday 1 o'clock, not sure. So we are not defining any particular time here. That is the pattern of the production unit from where you are getting the source data. In that case, you can use this event-based triggers. Simple lines, guys, simple lines to understand. Now, in the interviews, they might ask, what is tumbling Windows-based trigger? What is event-based trigger? What you have used, how you have to assign, all this stuff. These demos are small only, but good concepts, good to know concepts. Okay, because these are kind of automations wherein you are not triggering, you are not running the pipelines manually. Okay, you are just scheduling a trigger, you are assigning that to a pipeline, and then automatically as per the defined schedule or as per the uh, concept how it is, the pipeline will run automatically. Okay, that is what it is, event based trigger. So what I'm saying here, create a storage account, create container, in it place dump.csv file. This we have done already. This also we have done already. Drag and drop, get minute activity control, give name in general tab and settings tab, pass the data set. Okay, this is also we have done. Okay, triggers. Now here it comes. Here it will come. So what I'll do, I'll come here, I'll come to the data factory. Okay, I'll come to manage. I'll click on this one. I am deleting this trigger. Okay, fine. I'll say publish all, because the same data source, storage account and ADF, I'm assigning this. I'm not doing this all steps again from the beginning. That's why what I'm doing, I'm doing this old trigger I'm deleting, and I'll set up this new trigger on the same ADF. Okay, here I come. Okay, so publish all is done. Control is also there. I'll go to manage icon, plus new, name my event based trigger, type storage events. What we are choosing here, type storage events. Fine. And then next, select the subscription storage account, container inside the storage account, all containers inside the storage account. Okay, so this is the subscription, this is the storage account, container name, what I'm saying here, container inside the storage account or all containers inside the storage account. Blob path ends with .csv. Blob path ends with .csv. Why? Because my files are .csv here, and whenever a .csv file comes in, I want it to be get triggered. That is what my intention is. If particularly we want to pick the .csv files only. Okay, fine. For event, check the box is created. Blob created means when the file is placed. Okay. And then what I'm saying here, check the box, start trigger on the creation. Start trigger on creation. Say okay. Continue. Okay. Publish all. I'll say, acha, it is getting failed because I have to assign this trigger to a pipeline. So I'll come to my pipeline here. Okay. I'll assign this trigger to my pipeline. Okay. This is the one. Fine. This has been assigned now. I'll still come here. Okay. Okay. Fine. I'll say publish all now. As I've assigned this to the pipeline, the publish will allow me. Publish will happen to me now. Okay. Ramakrishna, I think you have got your answer now, right? Because trigger has to assign to some pipeline nama. If we are not assigning trigger to any pipeline, Then trigger is going to run what pipeline then? Okay, okay. You should have understand this in the first demo itself only. Okay, no problem, no problem. Thank you. Fine. All right, guys. So we'll wait for it for some time. Okay, publishing is going on. And remember, guys, publishing should get succeeded. Then only the things what all we have done now will be saved. Will be it's a kind of a build, I can say. So why it's taking this much long time? Is there a problem from no? My internet speed is good. Why it got stuck? See, it got stuck. Now, okay, it completed now. It completed now. This is done. Okay. If I come here, here I am saying that my event-based trigger is been scheduled. Okay, assigned to one of the pipeline. Okay. So what I'll do now, okay, I'll come here. I will upload one .csv file. For two files, we are having conditional split country response, right? Hospital admissions. Fine. This I have. Yeah, see, it get triggered automatically. See, it get triggered automatically. The moment I kept the file, it triggered automatically and it is in progress. It is in progress. Now it might take some time, depends upon the volume of data, how much volume we are having in these files. Accordingly, it will take the time. So 5 seconds is, I think it will take 5 minutes or sure. I'm not sure. Depends upon the volume of data, depends upon your network speed, depends upon the configuration, what you have taken. Many things depends upon. So here, if you see, automatically it has triggered this. Here we are seeing the what we have scheduled, and here in monitor we are seeing the pipelines what has been triggered. See, successful, succeeded also. It has taken 6 seconds of time. It has triggered at 8:18. 8:18 means now 8:19. Na? The moment I kept this file, it has triggered the pipeline, and now it is executed successfully. Now, if you could have kept in your ADF, if you could have kept some other destination also, like ADL Gen 2 or SQL database kind of, then the data would be getting loaded to your target as well. Getting, guys? Is that clear? Here, sorry. Yeah, I just kept one control for sake of pipelines for the trigger to assign. If you could have kept here one more, like copy data and Gen 2 to store, to load the data or copy the data, then it would be doing that also with the help of this trigger. Fine, guys. This is what it is. Now it won't run. If you do refresh 100 times also, it won't run, because its nature is something like, it will get only triggered when you are putting the files in the source storage account. Okay, fine, guys. This is what all about. Now Azure Key Vault. Next concepts I'm going with Azure Key Vault. What is this? Azure Key Vault is a cloud service for securely storing and accessing secrets. A secret is anything that we want to tightly control access to, such as APIs, keys, passwords, certificates, key vault supports, okay, many things. So basically, what we used to do previously, we used to keep our username and password in our databases. Now, cloud computing, okay, Azure cloud computing has come up with a concept called key vault. And what you can do here, you can keep all your secrets. Here you can keep all your connection strings. You can keep your keys. You can keep your passwords, etc. Everything here in the key vault. And if you're keeping it in the key vault, then the security is 100 times more. Not 100 times. I'm just telling from my own. But the security is much more greater, much more secured as compared to old and traditional approach if you are using key vaults. Okay, so that's what these days what we are doing, we are using the key vaults here. See, a secret is anything that we want to tightly control access to, such as API keys, password, certificates. Key vault service supports two types of containers: vaults and managed hardware security module. Vault supports, okay, storing software and HSM backed keys, secrets and certificates. Okay, that managed HSM hardware security module pools only supports backed keys. Azure Key Vault stretches way over the complete details. So if I tell in a nutshell, in a very simple words, then we are using key vaults to store our secrets. Secrets are nothing but passwords. Not only passwords, we can store our keys, we can store connection keys, connection strings, we can store certificates, many things inside our key vault. And the point is that firstly, this key vault is in cloud computing. Getting any data leaked, getting any data, uh, you know, what I can say, fetching, okay, fetching any data or leaking any data, okay, it's difficult to get it out of the cloud once you have kept something in the cloud. So firstly, this key vault itself is in the cloud. Then after you place your secrets inside this key vault or connection strings, database connection strings inside your key vault, etc. Then after that, if you want someone to have access to this key vault also, then exclusively you have to give access to that so and so person. Then only he or she should able to see the secrets, though he is a member of your cloud portal. Okay, fine. So this is the theoretical information I have given, guys. Centralizing storage of application secrets in Azure Key Vault allows us to control the distribution. Key Vault greatly reduces the chances that secrets may be accidentally leaked. When application developers use Key Vault, they no longer need to store security information in their application. Not having to store security information in application eliminates the need to make this information part of the code. All this information I have given, and further I have given here the article also. Now, implementation steps for deploying of the Azure Key Vault. Okay, these are the steps I have given how we can deploy the Key Vault in Azure Cloud Portal. This is step 2. Okay, connection string for our database. This database connection string we are keeping in the key vault here as part of the as a secret. We are creating a database server, and make the connection string accordingly to place it in the Azure Key Vault as shown below. Okay, this is step 3, step 4, step 5. Okay, vault URI, what is purge protection, keys, secrets, how to store the secrets. Shall we start this demo, guys? Okay, we'll start this demo because we cannot end up in 10 minutes, but we'll start it because we are going very slow, guys. There is a lot of things still we have to cover. Shall we start this demo or shall we do it in tomorrow's class? What is the plan? Yes, no? Am I audible to am I audible to you? Am I audible to you all? No, actually, Divakar, we are actually having lot of things to do. Yeah, we are going very slow. My expectation was to complete at least three demos in one day, but not two. We are doing one demo one day actually, because in the middle some of the discussions coming on, and I'm also getting involved in it, and it's taking time. It's happening like this. Okay, we'll do one thing, guys. We'll just have the regular classes without any dumas, because see, last week we had a long weekend because of the health issue. My health was not good. I have canceled all the classes. I just to practice those triggers. Divakar, I understand. So you are having 6 months of time to do the practice. 6 months of times you are having to do the practice. Okay, whenever you want, you can do the practice. It's not at all a problem. Okay, we'll do this demo in tomorrow's class, guys. Okay, we'll take up this in tomorrow's class. Okay, fine. And guys, see, I'm telling you, I think we might have to increase the class timings. 1 hour is not getting sufficient for us. We'll go tomorrow onwards beyond 1 hour. Okay, because things are there that we have to complete it. Okay, fine. So I'll stop the class today. We'll connect again tomorrow for further concepts. We'll see the keywords deployments, how we are doing it, and all this stuff. Okay. So any questions, anyone, before I close the class? Is all good? Any questions? Anything? Let's say something at least. No, yes, goodbye. Have a nice day. Say something, guys. Am I audible or not? Okay. 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 Bye, guys. Bye, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye. Bye.